We're picking up where we left off with the golf cart. I went and found some hoses at the local auto parts store that are hopefully going to work for what we need. So last night I went and made up this here little bracket. Basically it's a couple bearings, just a couple little found them at Ace wheelbarrow bearings. I tacked them in a piece of pipe so they don't move. And then I turned down this little shaft. I tapped both ends to 3/8. So this is going to be our throttle assembly. So that goes down there. And let me get this put together and I'll show you real quick. All right, you should be able to see here, but this is the linkage here we need to attach to for the throttle. This will probably be moved out slightly. I'm not sure yet, but basically I got a little linkage there. So that way when we push here, that works that, and then that in turn just have to create a little linkage from here to here. I ordered some stuff that's not here yet to make this. Just there's a couple little rod ends, so that way I didn't have to I could have an adjustment here basically if I need to, rather than trying to adjust it down here. But temporarily we might be able to do that because we're almost ready to try this thing out. I gotta add a couple more things. Really what I'm waiting on is a belt. I ordered one that isn't the right, this isn't it, oh, it's right here. I ordered one that was supposed to be for this engine, but either the alternator is different or something else because this one doesn't work. So the belt should be here today. Get that tied up. Got to make a little reservoir tank for the radiator, but we're almost ready to run this thing, assuming that it doesn't overheat because I don't have a temp gauge yet. So that's one thing need to look into also. So while we're waiting on some other stuff to show up, I'm going to work on the exhaust. And what I'm going to do with that, where's my exhaust at? This here was the piece that came off of it. So I can either do this and I can make a stack, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to take it and go like so with it. I don't know if you can see, but it'll drop down right through there, and then I'm just going to dump over top of the axle. So I just need to go find a piece of I don't know, 1¼ inch with another 90 in it basically, and then I can make an exhaust functional for now. And yeah, so we're getting close. All right, folks, good news and bad news. I can't remember what I showed last, but in the last video we obviously got the thing running. I managed to get everything wired up. It looks like a mess right now because it is. I'm gonna tidy that up once I get everything checked out. But I was out here working last night and I didn't pick up the camera, but good news is runs great. Bad news is it's slow and loud. But last night I was out here and I managed to add on a muffler that shall remain nameless of where it came from, but it is much quieter now. And I did bump the idle up a little bit. So the ID tag on this was it's rated at 2600 RPM. I know it can go more, but there are different classifications of this engine, and I couldn't find the exact one that I have. But the tag said 2600. I bumped it up a little bit, but I don't want to go too much, just in case we are outside parameters. But I don't know if this radiator's big enough. I just kind of guessed. I figured it's a 2-cylinder. We can probably get away with this. But I don't have a temp gauge, so I've got one. Like I said, I was out here working. I got the exhaust redone. I just had it straight piped, and it was really loud. The clutch is still, partly engaging at idle, but it is much quieter now. And I managed to get everything wired up here. So key on, then we got a start button. And that's as low as it idles, and the clutch is still engaging. I don't know what I can do about the racket it's making, so for now we're just gonna deal with it, I guess. But I've got everything. I had something temporary here. I got this here couple little rod ends. So this is our linkage for our throttle. Again, I'm not too sure what all I showed. I had to do some modifications down here. if you can see, I had to cut some of the frame out because I had to slide the engine forward. I trimmed the belt, I narrowed the belt up a little bit to try to get it to fit better on the rear sprocket. It runs good, but right now I'm in the process. I've got a temp gauge that I'm gonna throw in it. I'm gonna see if I can get that put in place here. And then, yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. I think I can go right here with it. There's a port, I can't tell, I don't know if you can see that or not. Also, my hose clamps are way too long, but we'll see if I can put it there. If not, I'm pretty sure this was the original temp sensor. I can maybe try that, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I doubt it, but I don't really know. But yeah, it runs great. Drives fine, it's just on the slow side. I'm gonna go get some bigger tires for it here pretty soon. That'll definitely help out. But we get this temp gauge installed and then we'll take it for a spin. All right, got that installed, and yeah, here we are. Got some more wiring to clean up, obviously, but for now, go for a ride. If I forgot to mention before, I got the fan. I have a switch coming for the fan for a temp switch, but for now, just got it on the switch. But come on, kid, let's go. Come on, let's go for a ride. Come on, come on, let's go. Sit down. Come on, Parker. Come on. Come on, load up. Load up. Load up. Load. Okay. Come on. Oh, one's gone. So apart from the clutch being noisy, it runs pretty good. Wide open. Not too bad. Well, I know this is probably a short video, but nonetheless, we got a functioning golf cart, and that's what I need it for. And we'll probably paint it at some point, but I don't really care about that right now. We're just trying to get it running, which it is. It's running good. I'm gonna get some bigger tires for it, like I said, so we'll probably see this in the future, but for now, just gonna give a quick overview before we go. There's not a lot to this. I mean, this was a pretty decent project, but there's not a lot to this engine to make it work. Basically, you've got, this is your kill, manual kill for the engine. Bottom one's obviously your throttle because that's connected to our linkage there. The alternator's self-regulating on this, so one gets key power, the other gets ground, or I can't remember right now. Or yeah, but pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You saw us put the temp gauge in. It does work. Is it accurate? I'm not sure. This radiator would probably cool a little better if I made a shroud, but I didn't have a ton of room here to try to bridge this off here. So for now it's working. If we need to, I'll just add I'll probably just add a second radiator somewhere here. Maybe just run to another one over there and then jump the two together possibly if I need to add more cooling. But for now it's, you know, keeping up to say the least. And that's about it. So I guess we'll see when we work on this next, and appreciate y'all watching. And if you got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.